Well, hello there and welcome back. I wonder if you noticed the deliberate fault that appeared after the last video. Now let me give you a little reminder. In the last video we built this glorious page here with AngularJS and jQuery mobile. It's fantastic. But I wonder if any of you folks noticed that if you go to the home page, right, I'm in another tab, and if you click on that item page with the Jimi Hendrix Stratocaster, you'll notice that we have this little swirling icon and the page never actually loads. Did you notice that? Okay, so in this video I'm just going to take a moment to explain what's happening. It's kind of a blessing and a curse all rolled into one. So just relax, no typing for the moment, and I'm just going to show you what's going on, okay? If we open up homepage content jQuery mobile, and I'm going to do a link here, and it's going to be a link to that page, right? To the page with the guitar. And I'm going to say in this big giant link here, check out the cool guitar. Okay, so we are now going to have a normal link, obviously, and it's going to take us to that page. Okay, now I'm going to do a link here that says go to Star Wars, and this link here is going to go to http blah 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 starwars.com. So we have an internal link and we have an external link. Star Wars, that's how posh people say Star Wars, by the way. Anyway, that's the vibe, right? So I'm going to go back to the home page here and I'm going to click refresh. Okay, and as you can see, we now have two links, no surprises. Okay, now if we click on the cool guitar link here, swirling icon appears, very miserable. It does not work. However, and I'll pointlessly refresh the page. We don't need to refresh the page actually, but I'll do it anyway. However, if we click on Star Wars and go to starwars.com, it works perfectly. Okay, it works just fine. So the vibe is that for some reason or another, AngularJS does just fine if it's an external link, but if it's an internal link, something like that, then we're going to run into problems. Okay, so let me show you what's happening, and the answer can be seen if we go to public_JQM. Okay, so this is the basic jQuery mobile template. Okay, now this jQuery mobile template, you know, it's such a shame that I cannot show you a real iPhone or a real Samsung Galaxy or something like that, because jQuery mobile is such a nice thing. I mean, it has to be seen to be believed. You see, when you transition from one page to another on a jQuery mobile site, it does not refresh the entire page. It actually only swaps out everything inside this div. That's what it does. Okay, and the result is that you end up with this fantastic user experience where when you go from one page to another, it's almost as if it's not a page load, it's a page transition, you know? And this is one of the reasons why I was saying that people who try jQuery mobile out, I mean, don't be surprised if they're saying, how can this be? Is this an app? I don't remember downloading something from the Apple App Store. It's an entirely different experience, and this is why. jQuery mobile is just swapping out this stuff from page to page to page. Now some of you folks are thinking, well, hang on man, this is a bit weird, that's like alien technology. Well, it's not that weird really, because you know that with JavaScript you can write some code that makes it so that if you click on something it will do a little pop-up that says hello, right? So why not have some code that looks at the URL, figures out if it's an internal link or an external link, and then if it happens to be an internal link, and by the way, jQuery Mobile can figure that out, then instead of doing a complete page reload, it's just going to swap out the contents of this div here that says data role page, okay? So it's kind of a blessing because it gives us this amazing experience, but it is also a curse because it causes problems. So let me just very quickly show you under the hood. Listen, we're not going to go into tons and thousands of lines of JavaScript, but I'd like to just dip our toes in, okay? That's all we're doing. We're just going to dip our toes into the jQuery mobile universe and the Angular universe actually, so that I can show you what's happening, okay? So if we choose inspect, well, look at this, I've already got inspect open, right? Now, if you have a JavaScript error on a page and you want to figure out what's happening, then it's a good idea to go to Google Chrome. I always struggle with that word. Go to Google Chrome and click on console, right? Now everything is cool. Everything is cool. Can you see everything is cool? There are no errors, right? But if I click on the Jimi Hendrix Stratocaster, look, we have an error message. And if we click on this, we've got tons of references involving jQuery and the jQuery mobile.js JavaScript file and all of that stuff. And if we click this top link here, check this out. It's showing well, we know what this is. This is the AngularJS controller, right? Back to the console and look at what the message says. Angular is not defined. And like I say, we click for more details and it's bringing up the controller and kind of going, well, what's this all about? Now remember, folks, we do not have any mention of Angular on this homepage. Angular absolutely does not get mentioned here. It's only when we go to this page that we load up the Angular controller. You see, if I view the source code here, you'll see the Angular controller and all of that stuff. Let me just show you, right? Oh gee, and I'm not even able to bring it up for some reason. Developer view source. Look, see, here is the AngularJS controller, the one that we made. You go back to the home page, do the same vibe. The controller is nowhere to be seen. And yet, and forgive me if I'm laboring the point here, but yet, when we go to inspect, when we click on that link, when we look at the console, it's freaking out precisely because it's looking at that AngularJS controller and it cannot figure out what is going on. Say your T's. What is going on? Okay. So, how do we solve this? Well, the answer is actually remarkably simple. It's one line. It's so easy. You can relax. All we need to do is let Angular know that we want it to treat these links, these item links, as being external URLs. In other words, we would like Angular to load the entire page, including the header, the JavaScript links, and all that stuff whenever someone goes to one of the item pages. So the way that we do that is we open up offers underscore JQM, okay, and as you can see, we are looping through some stuff. By the way, I have no idea what class equals cars does. That's going to have to remain one of life's mysteries, folks. Anyway, all we have to do is add in rel equals, and in quotations, external. That's your solution. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry that it took so long. Rel equals external. Now, if we do that, go back to the home page, and then click on the Jimi Hendrix Strat. Look, the whole, okay, it looks like a dog's dinner, but relax, that's because I'm on a desktop device. The point is, it has loaded we have gone to the page and everything is cool. Okay, I'm going to show you that again in a brand new tab. So here's a tab here. I'm going to switch to mobile mode. Okay, there we go. That's excellent, right? So we are now clicking on the Jimi Hendrix Strat, and as you can see, it has taken us to the page and everything works fantastically. Now, I apologize if I've waffled a lot. Listen, I know that I could have just came on and in 10 seconds said, hey man, add this, right? But I'm explaining this stuff because the documentation does not explain this. I am the guy who explains stuff. It's nice to meet you. Yes, you can call me David, but some people like to call me the web developer extraordinaire. Now, I'm very tempted to end the video there, actually. I think that's kind of a good run for your money. But while I'm here, I think I'll throw in a few other things. We'll see if we can get this working, okay? So let me just open up a new thing, if that's okay. And we'll just have a very quick reminder, shall we? I'll open up site settings. And let's have a quick reminder of what the traditional desktop site looks like on this page. Okay, so here's what we've got. Basically, all we need is a title, a price, and a description. If we can get that, then everything is going to be just fantastic, okay? Now, how would you like to lay this out? What do you reckon? I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we could have the title right at the top above those thumbnails, and then we could have the description underneath, and maybe we could have the price above the description but in bold. Does that sound kind of fair enough? Alright, now as far as the title goes, I think I would like it to be, oh gee, give me a second here, I'll reintroduce the mobile vibes. As far as the title goes, I'm going to avoid this big black stripe thing, and I think I'm quite happy with this stuff here, okay? Actually, that's not too bad as well. Let me just view the page source. We'll play around. We'll see how we feel about this, okay? So I'm looking for a bit that says welcome to the shop. Where on earth is it? Right, here we are. So as you can see, folks, it's just an ordinary H1. Okay, so if we go to this gallery underscore jQuery mobile, the view gallery version jQuery mobile, right? Here is the action. Hello. Very nice. Yes, thank you very much. Now, have a little peep at the old stuff and you'll see what's going on. There's a variable called item title. In fact, I can just copy this. Let's just do that. Why make life complicated, right? And just before this grid opens up, I'm going to whack in the title. So there we go. And let's hit refresh. Okay, now that's not too bad, but I'm not sure if the font's a wee bit on the big side. Let me try a couple of things. Style equals margin top 0. I just want to see. I haven't tried this, have not practiced. Okay, that's kind of nice. It's bringing it back up, but I'm not too sure about the font size. Now, I think I'm going to try H2. Let's just see. Okay. H2 is okay. I wonder if H3 is going to do it. Let me have a look. Okay, H3. That actually looks pretty good to me. I think I'm happy with that. Yes, I am happy. Now, if any of you search engine optimization gurus out there are thinking, well, hang on, H3, this could damage the Google ranking or something, let me assure you, those search engine robots will not go to the jQuery mobile version of the site. They're going to go to the ordinary version of the site, so no harm is being done when we use H3 instead of H1. Now, one little tweak, margin bottom, let's just do 4 pixels. I'm going to see if I can bring that a bit closer. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of good, right? That's kind of good. So the title comes in and then straight into these thumbnails. Okay, so that's pretty good. Excellent. Right, I'm happy. I am happy. Now, underneath this, we're going to have a title, okay? So let's just pick up some stuff from here. And I'm just going to copy this nice stuff here and we'll chuck it underneath the big picture, okay? Underneath the big, here is the big picture. I'm pasting in, okay? And that's excellent. I'm feeling kind of good about that. I hope you are too. I'm going to save and refresh. And I think that's pretty good actually. Okay, it looks maybe a bit strange here, you know, none of this is ideal actually. But I think this is quite good, you know. So anyone who've used this on a mobile phone, they'll click in, have a look around, they'll see the price, they'll see the text and all of that stuff. By the way, quick design point while we're here. In case anybody's wondering, what's the deal with the price? Should that not be like smaller? Is that font not a bit too big? Well, let me give you a little rule of marketing while we're here. Studies have shown that when you display a price and you make it really, really big, then there is a subliminal kind of psychological thing going on, whereby people assume that the price is lower than if the font is smaller. Isn't that a strange thing? You know, and you have a look at marketing brochures, look at car showrooms, the way that they'll have the price of the Mercedes right across the window, big giant numbers, okay? So big numbers means a perception that it costs less. Just a little marketing tip, folks. So anyway, does that page not look good? The answer you're looking for is yes. And we head back to the home page. I mean, this is just fantastic. Look at that. There we go, back in again. Just perfect. Okay. Now, do you want to do the other pages? I think we should. I really think we should just do this, right? So if we click on one of these, you can see that there's not too much happening, but it should only take us a few minutes to sort this out, okay? What I am going to do is take out all of this miserable stuff here. We do not need this stuff anymore. Thank you very much. And we'll tidy up. And that is fantastic. I'm going to maybe come back to breadcrumbs another time, but maybe not today. I honestly haven't even decided. Anyway, store items, view underscore jQuery mobile. Here we go. So going into store items. Okay, store items, views, and it's going to be a new view file, and it's called view underscore jqm.php. Yes, indeed, that is where the action is. Now, this page may not have Angular stuff going on. However, it's still going to be very similar to this vibe here, very similar to the Angular page that we've just been working on. So I'm going to copy all of that Angular stuff here, and then I'm going to paste it into view underscore jQuery mobile, and now I'm just going to simplify. So we can take out the AngularJS controller, okay? I'll keep that style in, that kind of worked out quite nice actually. We have an item title. We can take out this ng controller thing, right? We can actually, we can take that out completely. We can also remove this grid because we don't have any thumbnails here, okay? We do not have any thumbnails. So I'm gonna take out the grid. Okay, so it's all about the simplification. And let me remove that margin so we can see what's happening. Okay, so we can do that. We can do that. You see how everything's coming together nice and neat. Nothing complicated going on here, you know. It's all pretty simple. So we can do that, maybe even showboat with a little bit of indentation. we're going to take out this whole ng click vibe. Okay, we definitely don't need that. We'll keep in width 100, we'll keep in the description, blah, 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 blah. Now, if we open up store items views view.php, have a look at that, right? Have a look at that. And let's see what we're doing. We're looking for this vibe here. Okay, that's the source. So I'm going to go into this here where it says source, and I'm going to paste in like so. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Now I'm going to save that. I'm going to go back to the home page, click on this Fender American Deluxe Strat, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. Now there's something going on here that's uncool, so let me just take a moment to see what that is. And we can see straight away, that it's to do with this jQuery mobile mix-up. As a matter of fact, I think I'll just take that one out. Okay, that's us. So we hit refresh, and look at that. Nice big picture. Okay, there's no point in doing a light box here. I mean, look at it, it's taking up the width of the whole thing, right? So anyone who clicks in with a mobile phone, they're going to see this fabulous picture here. Let me just make sure there's no weird CSS. No, that's fine, that's absolutely fine. So they're going to see that, they're going to see the description. We'll do add to cart later, but it is fantastic. We go back to home. Look at how the home button went blue. Did you notice that? We go into Jimi Hendrix's guitar. Look at this. Perfect. Just perfect. We go back to home. Everything great. Let's go into this bass guitar. Look at that. It is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so that's your lot for this video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.